It would have been nice to know about these things before I started in Artist Alley. Hello everyone, my name is Sharon. I'm an artist from Canada. Today I want to do a video on tips for new beginners to the Artist Alley. If you're interested in vending at the Artist Alley at whatever conventions that you're planning for right now. So I've done a number of conventions over the last few years, and this is the advice that I wish I had known when I got started. Hopefully it is helpful for you. Starting off, good for you. Selling your artwork and making that big step in terms of like applying for Artist Alley or even thinking about it, it's something that is like a big step, I think, for any artist. After all, like if you never try, you will never know if it will work out for you or not. So hopefully this video will be helpful for you in figuring out like, is this really for you, and like what you need to prepare for if you're moving on to this next step. To start off, I would say is to do your research and think about which con you want to start. I think it's helpful to visit conventions beforehand that you are interested in, like the year before, talk to fellow artists, find out like what sells well, any suggestions or advice. I find that people are super friendly at the show, and I will bring a notebook with you to take notes of what you like and what you don't like, including like displays and just maybe like how you would like your branding to be. So definitely do your research. Think about what works for your audience, what sells well for other artists, what are you attracted to. Sometimes I get like decision paralysis when I see too many products, so like fine tuning like what you plan on selling is also really important. Next thing I want to talk about is like business cards. I honestly spent too much time figuring out my business cards, but I will tell you I got them from Vistaprint, and I think that's one of the more affordable options. Nowadays, I find a lot of people just put their QR code available so that people can take a picture or go straight to the link. I think people are slowly phasing out business cards. I'm not saying that like get rid of them altogether, but like sometimes some artists would just have one business card for people to take a picture, because like it's easier for them to look back if they have a picture of it on their phone as opposed to like a physical piece of paper nowadays. I do have a full video reviewing my experience with Vistaprint if you're interested in printing with this company. Of course, it's not something that I'm sponsored, just sharing an artist experience. Next is about payment. Of course, a lot of people will bring cash, but it's helpful to have a Square reader that will connect to your phone. It's ultra easy to use and generally have pretty good battery life. But they do charge a fee for each transaction, so that's something you just have to absorb. Another major tip that nobody spend too much time talking about is the importance of wearing comfortable shoes. You will be standing all day for the convention potentially, or you will sit for parts of it, but like it's really important to have like comfortable clothes and shoes for like the entire duration of the convention, because some of these conventions are like 3 days, 4 days, and they may be like 6, 7, 8 hours long, right? Also bring a water bottle and stay hydrated. You may be doing a lot of talking, and that is a good thing because you're talking about your artwork, you're talking about what you love, you're engaging and meeting new people, but it's so important to stay hydrated. So make sure that you bring a water bottle, especially one that has like a really good suction or like lid on it, so that avoid any spills, because you would not want that to happen in your booth. The next thing I would suggest is once you get there, figure out where the closest washroom is to your Artist Alley booth, because chances are you may not have too much time to run to the washroom once the shows get started. So figure out where your nearest exit route is so you can run to the closest washroom if you need it. Another item that I found super helpful to have is a belt bag. Some people call it a fanny pack. They have it at Costco, or there's a Lululemon belt bag. I find it super helpful, especially when you're vending by yourself, because then you'll have all your cash, your cell phone with you. When you need to run to the washroom, you just grab everything and go, and you don't have to worry about like security of someone like napping your valuables and also your cash flow. I mean, the other option is a cash box, but I think some people do get nervous the whole time. So switching to a belt bag is really helpful. Some people also have like coupon organizers to keep track of their bills, so it's easier for you to like grab the cash when you need it. Another thing I found helpful is some kind of device to carry your belongings, whether it is a luggage or a foldable wagon. If it is a local convention, I think a foldable wagon is great. But if it's something that you're traveling abroad further, I think a large luggage would be super helpful to have for you to move things in and out of the convention. So it's a little bit more seamless. Definitely recommend something with 4 wheels, not something like 2 wheels that you have to tilt it. These are things you're going to be so thankful that you have. So these are some of the things that it would have been nice that I known about beforehand. Of course, I have a lot of other helpful tips. If you're interested in more of this type of content about preparing for the Artist Alley and such, please leave a comment below and consider giving this video a thumbs up. And then I will know to do more of these kind of like how-to videos. I do want to leave with a piece of advice for new beginner artists, and that is to be kind to yourself. You can't be everywhere at once. Likely you're starting off by yourself, and you're lucky if you have a friend or family to help out. Maybe pick 1 or 2 conventions to start off to figure out like where you want to try things out and figure out how your display is going to be. I think I might do a separate video on like things that I found really helpful for displays and show you some of the displays from other artists as well. But like, don't overstretch yourself. Choose to put time in areas that are meaningful for you. I hope you will enjoy the process of the artist journey, not only in the Artist Alley, but like the process that happens behind it. I think that's so important to translate to your audience when you're at the Artist Alley, because this is a chance for you to talk to people in person about like why you do what you do and how you get to the final product. I think so often we focus on, oh, that's a beautiful drawing, that's a beautiful painting that you have, but like there's so much time spent in terms of conceptualizing until like you get to the final product. This is the place to showcase it. After the convention, I also highly recommend that you do some self-reflection. You will make mistakes, like we all make mistakes. I think the only thing is to be kind to yourself and think about like, what would I do differently? So allocate time for that. All of these things that I mentioned so far has made my Artist Alley experience so much easier and more fun. Be open to talking to new people and like meeting new artists. I sincerely hope this video is helpful for you. And I just want to start a conversation about like other advice that other artists may have for our new beginners at the Artist Alley. So if you are a veteran or have done a couple of shows, please comment below like what are other advices you would give to new beginners that maybe you wish you had known before you started, because these are things that I think we should spend more time talking about, like the process and like the journey before we get to like the final product of this beautiful displays of your artwork that you see at the Artist Alley. There's just so much time and work and people who support us to get to where we are. I also want to take this opportunity to do a shout out to my family and friends, specifically my husband, who has been so supportive in helping me make this work for the Artist Alley and our family, and also my friend Heidi, who has been to every single convention almost as of late and just giving a lot of valuable advice. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me in this video. If you have gotten to the end of the video, I would appreciate it very much if you would do a thumbs up emoji in the comments below. I'm just really curious, do people actually get to the end of my videos? And yeah, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful time at your Artist Alley. And who knows, maybe our paths will cross and I will see you in person someday. Hope you found this video informative. I know we all have our own imposter syndrome, but know that you've got this. You've totally got this. You can do this. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and hopefully I will see you next time. Take care and stay creative, everyone. Bye for now.